This LA Chargers team preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Well, one of us is in the Charger mood.
Yes,
one of us.
One
of us came to a funeral.
Well, two of us. Oh, because we got Los Angeles, San Diego's own Supercharger fan Justin Decker. Rocking the Keenan Allen jersey. What's happening, Decker?
Breaking news.
Yes.
Keenan Allen, man. About an hour before I hopped in the car, headed over here.
What perfect timing.
Kind of knew it was coming a little bit. By the way, Dermot James kind of let it out of the bag. But, dude, this is huge. I mean, he's only 33. Stoked, man. He's got a couple more years in him, I think. So
first thing to bring up is his age.
Hey, I mean,
are you
that's
projecting?
Now, where
I feel like I haven't worn this jersey in a while, folks, and I'm getting it's harder to fit in. So,
nice.
Also thinking about that,
dude.
Too,
getting the lift in. The arms are getting bigger.
You're getting a little too yoked there.
Exactly.
Decker,
finally realizing you can take steroids. There's actually no laws against it.
Yes, my physique has evolved.
It's a great. Wait, who is saying that recently?
Oh, the Yankees announcers about Jock Peterson. They're like his physique pause has evolved.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, Decker, we've been watching football together for so many years. I remember in 2016, unfortunately, when Keenan Allen, that was I think it was first game of the season.
Yeah.
He had caught 6 passes, and then I have unfortunately a number of football painful Chargers memories watching football with Decker. There was also the Ray Rice. What was it, like 3rd and like 4th and 20?
Ray Rice up the middle.
And then
for some reason your cable cut out.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I know he's going to somehow make it 4th and 22.
And it comes back, and he had gotten the first down.
That's right.
That was brutal.
That's unreal. We might have to do a Patreon episode with Decker, just highlighting all the.
There's been some Chargers heartbreak over the years, but hey, you new look, new Harbaugh. We are big Harbaugh fans here. They finally got a real head coach. Yep. Kramer, let's look at the 2024 Los Angeles Chargers. Shout out to Decker, who obviously was on the over, cashed that. He was also on the Herbert over rushing yards, which came in. I was worried because he was that plantar fasciitis or whatever, and is he going to start? Is he going to be all right? How's his throwing going to be? But he ended up getting there rush yards wise. They were 11-6 straight up. ATS they were 12-5. They cashed their over. Kramer and I thought they would be better than they were the year before. I had them 8-9, just under the 8.5. Kramer 7-10, but they got there. I got there pretty easily. 11-6. Won a
great quarterback play, right?
I think I had him 9-8.
Yeah, you weren't like crazy,
but
high.
I hedged and said they're going to sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think you were. Well, and that's interesting because it's 8. Their win total is 8.5, but the make playoff was only +110. Kind of
way
interesting.
Different than this year, right?
Completely.
Yeah, this year's AFC did get better.
So last year, Decker had them 9-8.
Yeah.
And
so even Decker wasn't as high as 11-6.
That's the first time I wasn't a complete homer.
I won't. I was gonna mention some of the other plays, but I won't mention the other plays that Decker gave out.
Oh, did he have him sneaking in the playoffs and going on a run?
Maybe the opposite of sneaking in the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
It was shocking.
Oh, really? Okay.
He threaded the other needle, which was an over with a missed playoffs.
Oh, really? It was missed playoffs.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
No.
I knew it was some sort of hedge.
And you were anti Quentin Johnston, so Lower on his receiving yards.
What did he come in with?
Good question. I'll pull up his number. I mean, it was he was getting the attaboy treatment from Harbaugh for a little bit, which is I don't know. That's a good.
He was hyping up
17 catches.
He was hyping
Oakland,
up Trey Lance. He was
Las
doing
Vegas.
this. I mean, I feel like most of our group chat, you, me, and then Bowser, is just me texting weird stuff Harbaugh has said or done in the media. And he's such a great quote. They asked him what Herbert's greatest weakness was, and he said the people surrounding Justin Herbert is his greatest weakness. That the coaches, the players have to rise to the greatness of Justin Herbert.
Why, of course.
He woke up at 3:30 in the morning and just thought, I got to get Justin Herbert into the playoffs or into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he was 100% serious about that too.
No, he's a maniac.
I don't think he jokes.
He shows up in.
I mean, I think he just has excitement.
No, that's one of the great Harbaughs of this year. It's been kind of a chill year for him for Harbaughs.
Yeah, well,
but he once said,
the podium.
but he was on a hot mic with defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, and he literally said meant this genuinely. He was like, "What? No one laughs at my jokes, but everybody laughs at stuff that I say that is not a joke."
Yeah,
and Jesse Minter just looks at him like, "Yeah, I don't know, man."
Yeah, he's just kind of a funny dude. There was I was randomly had the NFL Network on. They were asking him
laugh at more than laugh with,
but he's just kind of a character, and so he's funny in that way. And they were interviewing him at I had like Sirius XM on. And they were asking him about practice or something, and he was like, "Well, I'm standing off to the side for this drill or whatever." He's like, "I'm a conscientious objector," and the lady was like this really young girl reporter, and she's like, "Wait, what? A what?" He's like, "Conscientious objector, like Vietnam, remember?" And she had no idea. She was completely unaware of the Vietnam War, conscientious, and she just like, "All right, back to you guys." Like she didn't know what he was talking about.
For me, it was the when he came out after his medical incident and he was proud about his heart reading, and it was like,
oh yeah,
it was like, it's like there is this weird closeness between the way he presented himself and how healthy he was, and how Trump would present himself and how healthy he was. But Harbaugh was like a little kid.
Yeah, it's
like that youthful enthusiasm.
He's 2-0. He bragged about being 2-0 when having heart arrhythmia on the day of the games.
Well, and you got this is which is the attack each day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind.
Which also, according to some reports, it was. Back in his earlier party and playing days, he may have gotten after it. It was, some.
Well, that quote was actually from his father, getting through some shit times when they were younger. Okay. Yeah, it was like, basically, that whole like, who's got it better than us? It kind of came out of that.
Nobody. I do like that. I do like that phrase. Now the Chargers themselves, Decker, they were 2-6 against playoff teams. That was a bit of an issue. They had, I would say, something else that jumped out: the red zone issues. Lad McConkey, awesome rookie year. Started out a little slow, as you'd expect for a rookie, but I think he's primed for a breakout season. I think I had him as like a dark horse offensive player of the year as a long shot, because if he catches 100 passes, which certainly, and now maybe Keenan Allen. Now we'll see what his role ends up being, but maybe Keenan Allen eats into that. I do think Omarion Hampton now with the Najee Harris. I mean, what's more Chargers than signing Najee Harris and then hopefully his eyes okay.
People still don't really know. Like,
haven't seen it.
Permanently damaged eye.
Haven't seen his eye.
And we don't know if he has. How many eyes do you think Najee Harris has?
What do we say?
Over under 1.5.
Over under 1.5.
Yeah.
1.5.
Well, that's the key number.
Harbaugh's so positive. He's just like, yeah, we got a running back.
Get that eye back, baby. Get that eye.
He lost an eye. We're gonna work on it. See if he can go with one eye. I don't think anyone's ever gone with one eye.
But you might be
we've
able
seen
to
that movie with
running,
Al Pacino and that Oliver Stone movie where the guy lost
his eye
an
does
eye.
Pop out.
Yeah. You might be able to play. We don't
never know. He could be the first guy.
So.
But Omarion Hampton, I like that pick. If you're going to be a Greg Roman offense and pound the rock, I like that.
Yeah, didn't see much from him in the Hall of Fame game, but I think he's just going to be a solid. I mean, he's going to be like Najee Harris was. He's like a Najee Harris from like 4 years ago.
Mekhi Becton bringing him in. If you're going to be this like pound the rock team,
That's
Mekhi
huge.
Becton as a guard was very good last year for the Eagles. I expect him to be good. Mike Williams already hurt, unfortunately. Tyler Conklin.
Mike Williams is gone. He's retired.
Yeah, that's right. I was like when I had a note. He got
signed
banged,
and then
he was on
so
puff
he's
and then he just immediately retired.
We should have added
He just
him to
got
the
there.
additions and the
Yeah, key
departures.
addition and key departure in the same.
He met Harbaugh and he's like, I'm not sure I have a enthusiasm unknown to mankind. At
You
my
guys
age.
did. You guys did lose Stone Smart, who I liked. It's a fun first touchdown, but you still have Will Dissly.
Conklin.
You did lose Joey Bosa, Josh Palmer. Are you worried at all about losing Joey Bosa? Khalil Mack, you still got him, but he's getting up there. Where are you at with the defense, Decker?
It's hard to get with like understand the value of Bosa because he wasn't.
He never really was out there.
He was kind of just a one-trick pony, just on the outside rushing the quarterback. And Thule didn't have a lot of snaps in that role, and maybe he could fill that role. And just have
if
guys
he stays
like
healthy, that'd be useful.
yeah. But I don't know. I'm not too worried about Bosa actually.
Yeah.
Like he's moved on.
So
Yeah.
what I think most people would like to know is how intimate you are, because Sean has been dropping some very articulate nuggets about the shortcomings of the Chargers. So how intimate are you with Sean's battle with Justin Herbert, other Charger fans
versus the Herbots?
Well, it kind of I saw the post that you made earlier today.
Well, that wasn't
lost
the trash
on me.
can. The trash can was Kramer trying to fire up Decker there.
Oh, okay.
Now,
You got to push it off on him. Okay.
Here's
the thing, Decker. This has been going on all off season.
Yes,
so much.
Me
so
versus Herbert has been an off season.
There have been some serious back and forths on the internet between Sean and
Herbert.
Somehow other Charger fans.
I've told. I didn't know there were that many Chargers fans. I thought I knew the only Chargers fan, but apparently there's a bunch of them. They're all online. I've had multiple meetups scheduled for the December game where the Eagles at SoFi Stadium. We'll see who shows up.
I'll be there. It's a primetime game.
Oh, it's gonna be. It's Monday night. We're all gonna be there. It's gonna be great.
Dude. Get me there.
Yeah, we can Decker's one of the cool Chargers fans. What got me going? Was this idea that Justin Herbert is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts, which I vehemently disagree with.
I understand it. Listen, I had Justin Herbert as a better quarterback up until he won the Super Bowl.
Yes.
When you win a Super Bowl, it's
Super Bowl
like,
MVP too.
Yeah,
Come on.
Dude, it's at a certain point, it's like I got to put Jalen Hurts number 5, Herbert 6.
Okay.
Because it's like,
Who's
dude,
your
he won
other
a Super Bowl, but I have to say, at the end of their careers,
you knew
Herbert's
exactly
going to have the better stats.
All right. Now
Is that fair? I
Sean,
mean, we're speculating. I'm
I'm
saying right now he won a Super Bowl.
This is a man who had the Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, and Eli Manning stats on his phone for years.
I don't want you to fall
Sean,
in this.
you're now on the Eli Manning side of history.
Dude,
Welcome.
I have the class of 2020 quarterback class on my phone, and Jalen Hurts moved
kicking
up.
to his ass.
Tua was the only one who stepped back. It's Burrow, Herbert, Hurts is really close in stats. I only do stats, not Super Bowls. And then Tua made it.
I would say, my point
wins
is,
don't matter in this.
If wins don't matter, that hurts Jalen Hurts' case.
I'm a Chargers fan. Wins never matter.
What I love about Jalen Hurts is he is a dog, and that's what I kept. Like the will to win with Jalen Hurts is incredible. Getting those first downs on 3rd and long, where he has to scramble.
The rest, the media
and
world,
3rd and short, more important.
The media is so genius.
3rd and short.
The collective effort by the entire national media to troll Eagles fans, knowing that putting Jalen Hurts low in quarterback rankings will cause massive engagement.
Oh yes, if you want
as
clicks,
the mouth breathers come out and start screaming at the clouds.
We'll put them in body bags. These
again,
people
many of the same people who will discredit Eli Manning's career, stating wins don't matter.
Okay, well, Ryan,
very fun. Very fun. It's a great pickle that Eagles fans have to get
into.
But
I think wins do matter, and to your point, which you bring up. I think Eli Manning's performance in the playoffs is obviously the highlight of his career. Wins do matter, and so if you're a 500 quarterback for your entire career, I think that is a mark against you in the regular season. Now, obviously, the playoffs count for more, and he did show up in 2
That's
Super
a
Bowls.
Comical argument coming from someone who's defending Jalen Hurts. I mean, it's
What do you mean? Jalen Hurts has been awesome in the regular season and the playoffs.
Right? Because
How are you nitpicking?
No, you're absolutely nitpicking.
How am I nitpicking?
The point is to win the last game. Yes. And you're saying, well, there's this other stuff that's happened in the regular season that matters. And so it doesn't matter if you win the last game.
Oh, it does. Winning the Super Bowl is the thing that matters most. And hats off to Eli Manning for having 2 Super Bowl wins.
2 Super Bowl
But
MVPs.
I would say, and 2 Super Bowl
against
MVPs.
Tom Brady, the greatest
against Tom Brady
quarterback ever, an undefeated team, the greatest team ever.
No, I think you're making a good case for him.
I mean, to put it, some of the people that got into the Hall of Fame upon further review this year, Jared Allen gets in over Eli Manning.
He got it.
That's a joke. That's a joke. Like, clearly people are just trying to prove a point. Anyway, back to stats matter, not wins.
Wins matter, definitely.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. I think a lot of people like yourself for a long time said wins did not matter.
I've never. When did I say wins?
That was
don't
the
matter?
argument against Eli Manning.
What do you mean?
Any argument against Eli Manning comes with it doesn't matter what he did in those 2 postseasons. He was a mid quarterback.
No, but because he was 500 as an NFL starter. I think that is a mark against your Hall of Fame resume.
Cool. Yeah. Let's see where Jalen Hurts ends up after a decade of starting a football game. Yeah. That would be where I'd say finish the job.
If he's
start for 135 games straight, and maybe more if Geno Smith wasn't in the building.
Sure. And his start streak up until Geno Smith beat him out is impressive. But being a starter and being 500 is a mark against your Hall of Fame resume. It just is. Now, certainly the mark for him is showing up in those 2 playoff runs and having 2 great
The point is to win the championship.
Yeah, which he did twice, and he deserves credit for.
Yeah, I think
I never said he doesn't deserve credit for those Super Bowl runs.
I certainly think you have in the past. The general argument against Eli Manning is wins don't matter. Championship wins do not matter.
I never said that.
Sure.
When have I ever said Super Bowl wins don't matter?
That's the collective.
Oh, okay. If you're talking about someone else, sure.
But that was your argument until Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl.
No, I said
and started getting ranked at the bottom outside the top 10.
No, I said
I think you're thinking of me. Kramer.
Yes, you're crazy.
No,
you're
definitely not. Definitely not.
That sounds like me.
I've said
Sean was not an Eli Manning as a Hall of Famer.
I said his win-loss record should be held against him in the Hall of Fame resume.
Okay.
That's my point. Now the case for him is being a 2-time Super Bowl MVP. What else could you say for him?
The NFL needs to have some benchmarks like baseball. Baseball Hall of Famers is like a given. You know who's going to make it. If you win 2 Super Bowls as a quarterback, I think that should be a benchmark, like 3,000 hits or 500 home runs.
I think anytime
I think that's fair. 2 Super Bowl wins as a quarterback.
Oh, definitely. Find me the two-time Super Bowl
as a benchmark
quarterback winner.
No, he'll get in.
And then furthermore, find me the 2-time Super Bowl MVP that isn't in over Jared Allen. Was Jared Allen even that good? He's known for a Jack in the Box celebration.
I mean, the mullet really helped him. If he didn't have a mullet,
he ripped
Jared
his pants.
Allen.
I don't know if you saw that. He ripped his pants. He was wearing tight pants like a real boomer. Anyway, back to the stats matter, not wins for Decker.
Okay, yeah. Decker's point is stats are, but even Decker has Jalen Hurts above Justin Herbert.
He hasn't won any Super Bowl.
Who's your other top 5?
I have to.
I have to.
I mean, you have to at a certain point. If you're saying a guy went to 2 Super Bowls, won 1, and they're in the same draft class, and the guy I'm trying to make an argument for hasn't won one playoff game. Yeah. At a certain point, but number 1 is still Patrick Mahomes. Then Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. I don't know who's 2 and 3. I just put them there, like it's a coin toss. Then I would say Joe Burrow still.
Wow.
I don't know. Then Hurts, and then Herbert.
Wow.
Herbie.
Yeah.
All right. As long as we can see eye to eye on that. But to your point, Herbert throws. I get it. I get the attraction to Herbert. He's got that long hair. Does he still have the long hair?
No.
He shaved it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Harbaugh doesn't like the long hair.
Yeah, he should grow his hair out. And with Harbaugh, and again, my beef with Herbert is that he hasn't shown me in the playoffs. So to rank him higher than Jalen Hurts, I thought was crazy.
You're looking at too much of the big picture. You got to zoom in.
The sample
2 quarters at a time, right?
Yeah,
he's got
it's
some
just
great
a sample size.
I mean, when the Chargers fans go only 3 of the interceptions in that playoff game where he threw 4 were his fault. Like that's not a good counter.
Nah, I mean, they were anxious throws because of the rush coming up. Even the ones that should have been caught, they were still coming in too hot.
And that's why you bring in Trey Lance.
Game. It's just a bad. He had more interceptions in that game than he did the entire season.
That was crazy because he played
in the entire season, 17 games.
Yeah, I'm still mad. I lost money betting on the Chargers in that playoff game against the Texans.
It was just matchup. Matchup makes fights. The guards were and center were dominated.
Yeah. Interior pressure.
Yeah.
Well, are you worried about the offensive line this year, Decker?
A little bit because they've given up on the Zion Johnson as a center.
Yeah.
He had some fumbles. He had a bad game with Trey Lance, which isn't really fair because that's not a primary quarterback. But it looks like they're going to go him guard and Bradley Bozeman again. But Becton's huge, dude. I mean, he's going to help Bozeman so much. So I just think it's like, decent enough line that it could make the difference against a team they meet in the playoffs.
Yeah, no,
they certainly
they improved offensive line without a doubt.
Yeah, our rankings have them 6. Our rankings actually have the quarterback at 6. Kramer, where are you pulling the QB rankings from?
Sharp.
Okay, Warren Sharp. Running backs.
Well,
15.
actually, no, Justin Decker. Sorry.
Yeah, Justin Decker. Well, you guys are on the same page. Yeah, I think there's some optimism. Again, I'm high on the Broncos this year in the division. I think that's going to be a tough out. But you look at let's get to their schedule. We'll hop in there before we do. Of course, shout out to our sponsors over on Underdog Fantasy, Best Ball Mania. Decker, have you been drafting any fantasy teams? Where are you at fantasy wise?
Yeah, I got a couple season ones done. 3 those slow drafts where you draft like once every 8 hours.
Yeah.
You got to remember to check it before you get to bed.
Yeah.
First thing you do and you get in the morning, you check it there. So got a few going so far. Only 3 or 4.
Yeah, Underdog, super fun. Again, you can play Best Ball Mania where you can win $15 million in prizes, $2 million to first place, $25 entry fee. Of course, you can get up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you head over to UnderdogFantasy.com and use the promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Kramer, this is I don't know if you we're doing our NFL Week 1 preseason picks tomorrow. I don't remember this much line movement in the preseason lines. It's been crazy.
I think I know why.
And now, why is that? What's your take?
Well, I think we were like riding this wave of more and more betting volume, more and more betting inventory, and I think you just have more and more volume, like bets volume, hitting these things. I think people realize that this is the most inefficient market we're gonna have for some time in football, and people are hitting it. And I honestly, I think it's going to create artificial CLV, artificial everything, because they have no idea where they're setting these numbers.
Well, and
I tend to think that the movement's probably wrong, honestly.
Now the Eagles, it was they were catching 3.5. It's up to 6. With it sounds like the Bengals are supposedly going to play their starters for the first quarter. The Ravens are now catching 4 points against the Colts. I think a lot of these
that
dogs
doesn't matter though. It's the second half, and it's still going to be scrub. I think people are overanalyzing the preseason here. That's my general take.
I still like the Ravens. You can get the Ravens plus 182 on the money line over at mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN get you a 100% match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions do apply on the rollover bonus. Mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Kramer, what's the win?
Well, hold on. Typically you do want to chase that money in the preseason. That's why it's tricky this year.
The steam, usually following the steam is good.
In the preseason is good, but I don't know. I don't know this year because it's just too many things are going against conventional wisdom. All right, let's get into the schedule. 4 games at a time. First, the win total 9.5. As you mentioned, they were 8.5 last year, right? So they bumped it up 1.
Yep.
Pretty interesting. Minus the juice slightly to the under, minus 117 to the under, minus 107 to the over, minus 134 to make the playoffs. Miss is plus 110, 280 to win the division, 13-1 for the conference. Super Bowl is 26-1. It does feel like a little bit short for the super long prices, but things that stand out with this schedule: 9.5 is the win total, -107 to the over. They are favored 13 times.
Wow.
A lot of short numbers, but they are favored 13 times. My personal calendar did have a reminder that said smash Harbaugh year 2. So I could see why people are excited here. They did lose a home game for the Brazil game. So they are down to 8 home games, which for them, maybe who cares? They don't generally have a ton of home games.
It's a lateral move.
And you know, I think Harbaugh might like this, but they do not have a ton of weird primetime games. So, you know, they could fly a little bit under the radar, and we'll see where they land. But yeah, my general takeaway is they have some good rest advantage spots. They don't have a super hard schedule, and to me, I attacked the Chargers and Broncos looking through the lens that I don't think I could be overly positive on both again because I'm too high on the Raiders. So.
Raiders.
Popping in anything you wanted to add to the schedule other than
no, yeah, I think
all the awesome nuggets I already shared.
I think the schedule's pretty favorable for them.
It starts off difficult and it's a bookend. Starts off difficult, then it kind of ends difficult.
Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah, you very winnable games there in the middle.
And I gotta be honest, I don't mind the week 12 bye for this team. And again, I think they're going to want to be the team that imposes their will on you physically. I mean, it's so crazy how quickly the AFC West is shifting to a smash mouth division.
Yeah, I love playing the Raiders after a bye. That's big. I like that.
Yeah. So we got Chiefs in Brazil. We're going to Brazil. Any gang? I know you're probably closer to this than I am, but any gang color related intel?
Kramer said no one would recover. There would be an incident that would destroy the team.
Well, I nailed the cleat thing, and so hopefully hopefully Harbaugh paid attention and they're ready with longer cleats. Then you have no extra rest other than the fact that you're playing Friday into a Sunday, into a Monday to take on the Raiders. So, if anything, you have a rest advantage there. Then Denver at home, and then at New York to take on the Giants.
Real quick, friendly reminder: the phrase that pays. That's right, 1 word per episode puts together a 32-word phrase. Catch those words, put them in order, and then submit the 32-word phrase. One lucky winner will get $1,000 circa NFL future. This episode's word, very simple: THE. The.
Did you forget?
Oh no! What do you mean? How did I forget? I just did it.
Were you going to forget if not for Olan in the chat?
Olan and other members in the chat did remind me, but no, I had it on my sheet. I thought I like mixing up the times.
I had the phrase notepad open like I always do, and I was like, oh man, when's he gonna get to it?
Yep. Well,
when's
that's why
he gonna get to it.
Yeah, look at Decker's writing it down. Decker, get in.
I gotta make sure I get my count right. So, so I don't have to say, oh yeah, I meant 9 wins.
First 4. Kramer, what are you doing? KC Brazil game.
Well, I'm gonna let Decker
Raiders,
go first. So you have
Broncos at home.
You have a fake home game against Kansas City in Brazil.
Diarrhea ball. There's always someone's gonna get diarrhea.
Yeah,
hopefully not the quarterback.
Decker's on
Hopefully
board.
not the quarterback.
Decker's on board. Then you have a home game against the Broncos that will not look like a home game. Guess. Bronco fans tend to travel. The road games, some people would say are winnable.
Very winnable.
Decker, how many wins in those first 4?
2 and 2. Lose the first 2. Rough. It's going to be a rough start to the season.
Really, you're losing to the Raiders.
Better than I think a lot of people anticipated.
Yeah.
Geno Smith, his underlying numbers are still good. Last year, he had a lot of those weird interceptions in the red zone, but if you look at everything else, he's still a capable quarterback. 2 and 2.
Floor raiser, Pete Carroll. And I think CJ was on that angle. Kramer's high on the Raiders. I'm 2 and 2 as well. I think that Brazil game's going to be tough.
I think they win the Brazil game more than I think about it.
Andy Reid opening game is a tough out.
Yeah, that's what sucks. It's in Brazil and it's technically coming off a bye week.
No, Andy Reid opening day.
Technically, opening
I just
day.
like the idea of them punching him in the mouth with the running game.
I think Kansas City is the only team that may have not gotten better. if that's even.
And they were due for some regression. I mean, it is funny to see that they won 15 games last year. It's like,
yeah.
I feel like people aren't speaking about it like they.
A lot of those were just one possession, like
hangover
weird,
too.
Thing.
How many more hangovers? I mean, how long is this hangover? The water in Kansas City does seem to cure it. So they're favored in 3 of these games.
Mm-hmm.
2-2.
2-2.
I'm 2-2. I think that Broncos game is going to be tough. Obviously,
Giants game's pretty tough.
At Giants is an easy win. And then I think they either win at Raiders or Broncos at home. I don't think they win both those, and I do think they're going to have their hands full. KC week 1. Kramer, what are you doing?
I almost feel like I have to. Are they going to split the division games this year? I really kind of. I don't know how I feel about the fact that they start out with 3 division games right away. Again, like, can we get better?
We're going to see how
here?
good that division is right away.
But yeah, I mean, to me, they have to win 2 of those 3 opening 3 games. So I'll say 2-2.
2-2.
I'll say 2-2.
Okay.
Next up, and by the way, the Denver game is a back-to-back road spot for Denver. Worth noting. That matters. I also think the Raiders will be coming off a glorious win, and so that maybe.
I think that's a primetime game.
It's
too.
Monday night.
Monday night. Yeah.
Will you be in Las Vegas for that game?
No. Fuck no.
Can't do
I'll
the
never go to a Raiders game unless it's a home, unless it's in.
I went to Eagles at Raiders. It was,
fun.
I mean, minus the Eagles losing the game, it was a fun time.
I think you get a lot of visiting fans in the building out there. Unfortunately for Raiders fans, but that's who they are. Next for Washington, the Commanders come to town. That's an interesting game because with the Washington fan base woken back up, that's going to be a huge.
You think they'll show up?
Oh, I think so. You also always have to factor in the idea of people doing the LA road trip, not knowing that SoFi is a huge pain in the ass. And then
I like so.
Oh, it's a great stadium, but as far as like going to a city to see a game, like LA is so spread out.
You guys know I live in the area of LA where I see the whoever comes out of town, they stay in that area.
Yeah, and they're still
I get a good idea of who no one has ever compared to Philadelphia. It's like Philadelphia and like Buffalo. They're the best travelers, but I always get a sense. I don't know if Washington has ever traveled.
No,
I don't know if that's going to change,
but maybe they will now that they got Jaden Daniels, they got rid of their bad owner.
We'll see.
I think that matters. Then
I'll know it first. I'll know it on Friday.
Then you have at Miami, and then the Colts and Vikings at home.
I mean, this is where the Chargers have to make hay. Right,
good home schedule. This year.
So to your point, though,
I mean, all 4 of these are winnable games.
Well, not only that, but the 3 teams traveling, which obviously Minnesota, it's easy to see someone vacationing to both Indy and Minnesota. But are they really going to have massive fan bases coming to?
Indy doesn't. Minnesota does. They were there, I think, here 2 years ago.
So
and they were all like, I went to a UCLA game the day before. They were all over the place. Minnesota's going to show up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a game you can accidentally drop.
Yeah.
So how many wins here?
I go 3-1. They're going to lose one of the home games. I have them winning in Miami. I'm just not high on Miami at all this year.
Wait, hold on. Minnesota's a Thursday game also. So
that's a smash.
Travel
spot.
Thursday.
Oh, nice.
That's so good. Now I got to give this back to the Chargers.
That's great. That's the team that you're worried about. Well, Washington, they could lose Washington.
Yeah, I'll go 3-1. I think they.
3-1.
Yeah, I don't know what the exact combo is, but 3-1. They're favored in all 4 games. They're gonna mess up one of these, but I don't think they'll mess up 2. Kramer, what are you doing?
What? 4-0.
Oh yeah.
4-0.
Hell yeah.
So, but I'm thinking about this from the way that if this works, Harbaugh is gonna have a team that's gonna attack you on the ground and be able to work the passing game. I'm looking at a bunch of defenses that are not necessarily strong. Yeah, I think they're going to be. Yeah, let's do it.
This is going to be McCarthy's 7th or 8th game with Minnesota. So Harbaugh does not lose against rookie quarterbacks.
But the Vikings thing, I know the Vikings fans are jacked up about JJ McCarthy, but now You miss Addison for the first 3 games. You lost.
By the way, is that a long suspension for a drunk driving situation? 3 games. I that stood out to me as like, holy crap! I need to look into this case. He must have done something fucked up.
If it's his first drunk drive, I would think he would not be suspended at all.
No, but he also had like a crazy speeding thing.
He was the guy who was speeding because his dog was sick, right?
Yeah, that was it. But then he also
going 120.
Well, it wasn't like he just.
I think he lied about the dog.
It wasn't like he just blew a .09. He passed out on the 105.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. All right.
I mean,
that's looking into the story. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was the 105. He just like was.
Booze does make you sleepy.
He stopped his car on the highway and was asleep or something. I'll pull up the headline, but
so basically, yeah, I've gotten I'm with Decker, and I thought with Sean on Minnesota not being this team that's just gonna blow it. Like,
well, now
there's just stuff happening, like you said. The receiving core is getting nicked up. The
Justin Jefferson missing the entire preseason, which he's a vet. Maybe he doesn't, he hits the ground running, but you're losing any sort of chemistry you could be building with a rookie quarterback. And it's a rookie quarterback who has to go
who used to be coached by Harbaugh.
Who Harbaugh knows his weakness. But we'll talk about in the Vikings preview. They also, it's a rookie quarterback going to Europe for week 4 and 5, his 4th and 5th start. And he's struggling in camp.
Well, it's not even that, Sean. The JJ McCarthy, they open with a Monday night game at Chicago into a Sunday night game against Atlanta, then the Bengals, then 2 international games, a bye, and then the Eagles, and then they play the Chargers.
If that line stays anywhere near 3, take the Chargers.
That's a brutal open to the schedule. All right, moving. Yeah, so I'm at 6-2, right?
You're at 6-2. Decker and I are at 5-3.
All right. Week 9, we got at Tennessee. Again, what was it about Harbaugh and rookie quarterbacks?
Yep, yeah, that's going to be another one.
Pittsburgh coming to town, which
I know you're favored by 4.5, but man,
Sean's already eyeing up Tomlin plus the points there.
4.5 points? That's a field goal game. Kramer.
How is that game 4.5 points? But the Giants game is 3.5. That line makes no sense.
You're at the Giants, but you're right. You're going to destroy the Giants.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
Be careful.
No Cam Scatterbo.
Oh yeah, he's. I mean, Abdul Carter is going to introduce himself to Justin Herbert. Hopefully Herbert can survive. At Jacksonville, bye week 12, which is right where you want to have that bye week when you're gearing up for the playoffs. And you come out of the bye week with a Raiders home game / I could see the Chargers winning in Las Vegas and losing at SoFi. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, this one. So you got two road games here. The Pittsburgh game is a Sunday night game, and yeah, I mean all these games are winnable. Jacksonville,
they are favored in all 4 again.
Jacksonville, always a weird road trip down there. I do have Jacksonville winning 13 games this season, Decker.
That was going to be my loss. Only in that 4th span was Jacksonville.
Great
so
point.
I go 3-1 there. Yeah, I think Jacksonville has so many weapons.
They're going to be
so many offensive weapons.
The look ahead line has the Chargers favored in 11 straight games. It's crazy. I guess when
nothing over a touchdown. Which,
but I mean they're not.
Isn't that weird?
They're not huge favorites to your point, but they are favored in 11 straight games.
Yeah,
and then KC on the neutral is kind of a toss up at 2.5.
So I mean they're probably to the point of they drop one of these. I'm chopping up the division games, so I guess that's 3-1.
Oh, so you have them winning at Jacksonville, Ryan?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the loss.
Okay.
Well, they beat Tennessee, Pittsburgh, and Vegas. Roughly, of course.
Yeah, I that Pittsburgh game is going to be tough, and that is a game the Steelers fans will take over the stadium. The Raiders game similar. So those are 2. It's 4 road games essentially for the. Although
Steelers have the Bengals on deck, possibly a look ahead spot.
Okay, that's a good eye. Right on the edge here, 3-1 or 2-2. I'll go 3-1. These are winnable games for them.
I'm really worried about when we get to the point where we sum up all the wins and see where we're at. I don't think I've done enough with the unders. Yeah,
really.
I'm piling wins out for every team. Every team.
Cowboys 0-17 will help your total.
True.
Right?
That's true. I did go 0-17 on the Cowboys. Philly. To close it out here, last 5. You got Philly on Monday Night Football at home. I think, as you guys were discussing earlier, probably 50-50 split. All the Chargers fans will come out for a meet and greet with Sean stacking the money green.
I said anytime, any place, SoFi Stadium, I'll be there, and then that's usually when they block me.
When we went to Carson, it was like 80.
Oh, it was.
It was like 80%.
There was a
Eagles
moment.
fans.
There was a moment where, on like the stadium, they do that noise meter, and they're like, "Make some noise," and all the Eagles fans are dead quiet, and so it's just the Chargers fans, and there wasn't that many Chargers fans, and so but the noise meter was still going.
Yeah, it's an animation.
Not that you thought it
The
was
noise
a real
was just
noise
you.
meter.
Was just you was just them laughing at the end.
So then they have
We're gonna show up there, Decker. So
back
you're
to
gonna be in
back.
trouble.
I'll be there. I'll go there with you. Let's go to that one.
Oh, definitely. I'm down.
Interesting spot for the Eagles coming off a Black Friday game against the Bears.
Extra S.
I can't even stretch it out. That's
Road home game.
There's not much to be scared of there. Eagles then at Kansas City, at Dallas, Houston at home, at Denver.
Oh, will the
Texans travel for the Christmas week?
I don't think so. I don't think the Texans are a fan base that travels,
because I think that's the Christmas weekend.
I went to a game in Carson against Houston, and even in Carson, like during that transition, they didn't really travel that well. That was with they beat the Chargers in that game with Deshaun Watson. They didn't travel.
Yeah.
So I think this is one of the 8 Eagles losses. Probably.
Ryan has the Eagles 9-8.
Well, we haven't done the episode yet, but I did
I
did leak it out. You ever heard of a Super Bowl hangover, Decker?
I've heard of it. It's real. It's for real.
I don't know if you've been paying attention to the media, but their quarterback, not even a top 5 quarterback, not even the best quarterback in the division.
Decker has him as top 5.
I got him top 5.
So you got Jaden Daniels ranked lower than Jalen Hurts.
I got Jalen Daniels ranked probably number 8.
Oh, wow.
He's just a rookie. He had a good year.
Rookie year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I have him ranked like 22, 23.
Really? Yeah.
He's still going to show me. I think the Cowboys are vulnerable there for sure.
Yeah.
Haven't exactly broken down the situation, but I do think that's a very difficult spot for the Cowboys. They have a lot. I mean, Cowboys, Kansas City at Detroit, Minnesota, all primetime games, and then they play the Chargers, and then they go bang Christmas Day game against the Commanders. So that's a tough spot for the Cowboys. Houston Texans. This is one of the I gave this one to the Chargers when we were breaking that down.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
3 and 2.
Okay.
Damn, you got them have like 12 wins.
12-5 for Kramer. I'm gonna go 2-3. I think this is a tough stretch for the Chargers. To Decker's earlier point,
it is a tough stretch.
I think it's that middle 8 games, which I had them 6-2. They could
go
2
and 3. I should go 2 and 3.
Follow your heart, waffle guy. I think 2 and 3 here on this last 5. I got them 10-7, hitting the over. They probably make the playoffs, but I'll just take the over 9.5 wins. I feel like I was even kind of pessimistic. Now, I would hope for your sake, Decker, that they get to the playoffs and Justin Herbert has a good playoff game, but we'll see. So Decker, what do you do on those last 5 games?
I got them winning Dallas and Houston in the revenge game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just say a loss at Denver, but you never know what goes on in the Week 18 game with who's
could be wild.
I think Denver's a playoff team as well. Like
maybe
they're getting
all over the Broncos
so much better. So I got them going 2 and 3.
2 and 3. All right, we're going to break down our favorite bets for your Kramer. You realize you had the Houston Texans preview up top there.
Really?
Yes.
LA the whole time.
the LA
the whole time. No one said
Chargers.
Anything. Wait, is it? Oh, I see what I did. That was a human error.
Yeah.
It wasn't the whole time.
Oh, I didn't think so. I thought it
might have been since the last ad read.
Okay. Shout out to Circa Million, Circa Survivor. Decker was saying might be coming out to Vegas week 1. Decker, the Circa Beautiful Circa. You haven't even been to the Circa, have you?
No, I went once, but that's the one with the pool, right?
Oh,
I didn't go to the pool. I went there once the last time we were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
beautiful.
you got to hang out. I mean, we're doing our show Friday nights, probably similar time when the Chargers are actually playing their game, but it's awesome to hang out there, sign up for the Circa Million, Circa Survivor, 15 million guaranteed for the Circa Survivor. Check out the documentary they just launched. A lot of fun, and we're going to be out there contest weekend. Great weekend to come sign up, say what's up, get all your future bets in. Anytime you're staying at the Circa, the Golden Gate, great options downtown in Las Vegas there. Use the promo code SGP15, 15% off your stay there at Circa. And of course, if you're signing up, use our proxy, because that's what you do. You get the proxy to put your picks in every week. Footballcontest.com, promo code SGP for $50 off your proxy fees. Footballcontest.com, promo code SGP. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. They've been on a heater at the Power Trends. I saw Olan in the chat sweating out some WNBA. WNBA Power Trends since the All-Star break, 27-16 on the Power Trends, 23.36 ROI. And Ryan, they had a third dildo tonight that cash. So hopefully you took their Power Trends, a third green dildo. It's what a weird time we live in. Decker and I were discussing different shenanigans you could have with throwing the dildos out.
Stick it on the backboard.
Backboard really high so that they would have to get the guy with the broom out. That would be
just the guy with the broom.
Would be the all-time Frank. Because
jiggling around.
The goal is, if you're throwing a dildo on, the goal is to get as much screen time where they have to keep it on.
Honestly, how much money would this cost you if you went to a PR firm and said, "Get me this much attention on the WNBA"?
I shit you not. Quick sidebar. So one of those prediction market sites, there was a user registered today, got $20,000 in action that whatever the next dildo would be green, and that cash. That was their first and only wager.
Have they made any arrests?
I don't know what happened, but these prediction markets are crazy. Hey, anyway, get your 7-day free trial. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
So they were 11-6 last year, right?
Yep.
And I'm going with the thesis that they improved, because it's hard to find an area they got worse in.
I think they did improve, but I think the other teams in the division also improved.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be tough. Like, and maybe I have weighted things a little heavy, but with the AFC North and the AFC West, there's a bunch of good teams in good spots here. So Kramer, you have them going 12-5. So I'm going to put you down for the over 9.5 wins.
Oh, definitely the over. What's funny is the Chargers and the Jags are staring down the barrel of playing each other.
They're the 1 and 2 seeds.
No. We haven't done the Chiefs yet.
No. Oh, so you're gonna have the Chiefs higher? You can't. I mean,
what do you mean?
You're gonna have a lot of win adjustment to go on.
You think so? I don't want to give away the Chiefs episode, but I think I do think that the Chiefs will end up taking down the division.
Oh wow, okay. Even with you having 12-5 for the, I guess that makes sense. Chiefs have been pretty. They won more.
They can regress 3 games and still win the tiebreaker, whatever.
Yeah,
you can figure that out.
Defense is still great.
So I wanted to ask Decker, are you pulling the trigger on an MVP for Justin Herbert?
Ooh, it's just a tough conference.
No. But isn't there a narrative here where everyone wants him?
Oh, there's definitely people who want him to be an MVP.
That's what I mean. But isn't a lot of it is that, right? So there's fatigue around guys like Mahomes, Allen, Lamar. Burrow is obviously in the way to some regard. So Herbert is 18-1. It kind of feels like Herbert and Burrow should be closer in price, if I'm being completely honest, because both guys' path to winning the MVP is they ball out and they end up near the top of the conference, which is very reasonable.
I take Herbert over Burrow. I mean, you talk about you need a division winner, most likely. To win an MVP.
My worry is that it's defense and running game that also assists here. So
yeah, I mean, normally you have to be the number 1 or number 2 seed in the conference, which Kramer, if
they don't win the division, that's tough to do.
Yeah, you're not. If you don't win the division, you're not going to be the number 1 or 2 seed in your conference, most likely. And so I think that is what craters the chance of. And I think
I'm just still trying to think about the weapons. I mean, Keenan Allen, Conklin.
What position group?
They still haven't added a Omarion Hampton is going to be a good running back, but he's not going to be some dynamic guy out of the backfield catching the football.
Oh, I think he might surprise you.
I hope so.
I think he might surprise. But what position group did they get worse in?
Only defensive line.
Okay.
They lost Puna Ford, but their guy Jamari Caldwell it looked really good. Moving bodies.
I trust Harbaugh. The reason I made the calendar reminder to smash Harbaugh in year 2 was more about
his reputation,
his ability to build a team, and I think in some ways you can say the same thing about Sean Payton, but it seems like they are way ahead of schedule in terms of the culture rebuild, and that's come with just, in both coaches' cases, just getting rid of dudes, or in the case of like a Quentin Johnson, like going over the top soccer mom and just like coaching them up.
I love him like Trey Lance shaking him like, you're that guy, dude.
But it's not fit.
I was rooting so hard for Trey Lance. Trey Lance was having a ball.
He looked good.
Playing
he looked good.
I wanted him to run the ball more, but did cash on the Chargers.
So I'm
undefeated preseason.
I will say though, I
wouldn't do MVP though, just because the weapons are just not. Ronda Gaston is a wild card guy. You might want to take like over on touchdowns for him. They've been really high on him, but just the weapons for like getting up to 30 touchdowns, maybe a stretch.
The statement, I would say that my issue, like I think his price is probably it should be shorter, but I also wouldn't personally ever bet it because it would take something weird like Harbaugh. Like one of the ways I think he could get to an MVP season is he randomly runs for 10 touchdowns. Now there's better ways to bet that, I think, than taking a short price on MVP.
I mean, Lamar did win in a Greg Roman offense, but to your point, he was running the ball a bunch more, but he didn't have the rushing touchdowns either.
He also was he was a little bit more essential to that offense than like to what Decker's saying. Like Herbert now has a lot of things are like there's multiple receivers that whether it's Keenan Allen, the rehab of Quentin Johnston, Lad McConkey. You have multiple tight ends you like, right? I quote tweeted a Jags depth chart saying this is a first touchdown wet dream. The Chargers tight end room also a little bit of a first touchdown wet dream. Will Dissly, Tyler Conklin, Oronde Gatson, and then dare I say his name, but is Scott Matlock still looking? We're still looking for that Scott Matlock touchdown.
We still haven't had it.
But no, I think there's stuff all around. And then like we haven't really talked about the other receivers that they've brought in that there's some excitement. They do have Jalen Reagor on the roster, Sean, FYI.
Oh yeah. Well, that was last year. He cost us that. I was on the Chargers against the
in Arizona
Cardinals. He cost them.
But you have a bunch of interesting names rattling around. I haven't been paying too much close attention, but they're gonna have better talent at the pass catching positions. But I also think this team is going to be so much about the running game that
Lambert Smith looks so good. Yeah, people always are for the last few years. They want to say who's the next Puna Ford. It's become kind of a cliche, like a big guy who you can't judge his quickness based on the combine. But he seems to be like one of those guys.
KLS,
like he was just breaking ankles out there.
Yeah, dude, he looked good on that.
Some dudes just get open, right?
Yeah, he looks like one of those.
So
guys.
Kramer, you're on over 9.5 wins. What else are you doing for your Chargers over here?
For my Chargers?
Yes.
Decker's
wearing the shirt.
Decker's sitting right here. So what I was going to get into first was it's interesting how they've priced out the division rushing market. Because you essentially have two or even depending on how you view RJ Harvey, 3 rookies at the head of the class. Now, GT, I completely understand why he's the favorite and his usage is certainly, I think, going to be the highest like percentage of his team touches. But I don't know how you can possibly like the offensive line in Las Vegas more than the offensive line for the Chargers under Harbaugh, and knowing what Greg Roman's going to do. So the fact that we can get Omarion Hampton most rushing yards in the division at plus 350. I mean, Sean, that's a 10-point dog on a Sunday. Let's think about that.
Yeah. No,
GT is minus 125, RJ Harvey plus 750, and then you have Pacheco 8-1, Najee 10-1, Dobbins.
Najee doesn't have an eye. Remember?
Yeah, with the Najee situation,
maybe 1.5.
Yeah, I was on the Najee bandwagon early, but obviously the 4th of July incident changes things a ton.
They're just making him walk laps around the practice.
Yeah, I mean that's
weird. They like look, he's on the field, like they put him out there.
I mean,
like,
literally, that is when a girl says, I'm menstruating in like middle school, and they're like, "Well, you have to do something." So
are they going to cut him?
Make him walk around the lap.
I don't know what's going. No one knows what's going on. We saw him once.
They didn't
on
pay
the field.
that much.
It's the NFI list too, so I don't know. I don't know if they owe him any money. But to that point, the Omarion Hampton, Kramer, I'm taking that. I'm putting it on steroids. Most rushing touchdowns in the league, you can still get 65 to 1.
Touchdowns or yards?
Touchdowns.
So I was giving out yards.
I know. I'm telling you.
No. I'm just to be clear.
Yeah.
I am a little worried about the touchdowns.
Why?
Because Harbaugh likes to get a little bit cute around the end zone.
Well, we thought
there's
Scott
a lot
Matlock,
of tight ends. There's a lot of the
I'm never getting that Scott Matlock money back that we burned.
What
on
do you
him
mean?
First
We're
touchdown.
not done with that. We're not done with that.
So I like Omarion Hampton's most rushing touchdown 65 to 1, and I do think Ladd McConkey because he has a chance to have 100 catches if he breaks right the touchdown wise. I think it could.
Are we worried about Keenan Allen?
Certainly, I like it less with Keenan Allen for Ladd McConkey offensive player of the year. I still think he's going to have a big year, but there's a world where either Ladd or Omarion Hampton suck up a ton of the touchdown workload. And so I want to have the ceiling case. Ladd McConkey offensive player of the year at 100 to 1. Yeah, I'll put $20 on that. And then Omarion Hampton most rushing touchdown 65 to 1. Again, just in case the offense totally goes nuts.
I mean, I'll join you on that one.
On which
just
one?
out of principle. Omarion Hampton to have them. I mean, what's yards?
Yards. That's
I'll
a good
pull
question.
it up. And then same thing for the division. If you are interested in the Omarion Hampton most touchdowns in the division, it's plus 320.
In the division, I like that one.
Yeah, so maybe I'll take both of
better
those.
in the division.
We'll play the 350 and 320 touchdowns and yards.
Okay, so Decker, what do you got for this?
He just joined me on the most rushing touchdowns in the division.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I got you for over 9.5 wins. Now, what were some of the other plays you liked? I know you every year you like to take the Herbert over rushing yards.
Which I think we've got that 3 out of the 4 years.
I'll just put that down. I don't know if the price is
out last year. The only year we didn't make it was when he had the rib injury. Played with a broken rib for like 6
last
weeks.
year. Last year he got it with the plantar fasciitis.
And he got it. Well, it was a plantar. That's what was confusing about it. It was a plantar fascia injury, but it wasn't fasciitis. I'm not a doctor. I know plantar fasciitis is worse.
Yeah.
And then he had it when he only played 13 games. He's gonna get it again. Like, what's it got to be like 250? Probably bump it up. I think it was 220 last year.
I would guess.
And then he barely beat it, 228. But yeah, dude, we've got that 3 out of the last 4 years. Do it again.
Let me. I'll pull up his rushing stats. I'll give you a number.
There was only 1 year where he was under 200.
He went for 306 last year officially.
So his career 234 in 15 games, 302 full season, 147 full season, 228 in only 13 games in 2023.
Oh, that was the one.
And then
we barely made it.
And then with Harbaugh, 306 last year in 17
I think
games.
if he's healthy.
He had a career high in attempts last year with 69. His
That's
previous career high was 2021 with 63. So and he only had 2 touchdowns last year. But I mean,
that's why it's going to be tough for MVP. Like, he's never going to be the 400-yard guy. He's never going to get above 400 yards.
So they'll probably set his number right around that, like 280 to 320 range.
I'd still take it.
Which they can't set it higher than he's ever hit. So I think let's say it's 275.5.
Making Bacon, our favorite New Zealand butcher, wants to know: are we on Lad to go 10+ receiving touchdowns? Decker, do you think Lad McConkey can get you 10 receiving touchdowns?
I wouldn't do that. There's different weapons this year. There's two rookie receivers that are going to get playing time. Keenan Allen's back. Keenan Allen had 7 touchdowns last year with Caleb Williams. I think he was the most touchdowns with Caleb Williams. I think Keenan Allen's still got it. What signs have we seen? I mean, he was open last year.
Herbert's played with him. He's gonna have. It's gonna be like riding an old bike.
You know what was interesting last year? He ran more deep routes than he ever did with the Chargers, because the Chargers with Staley always ran those. Had him on short yards, and then I saw him running long routes with Caleb, and he still had it.
So maybe they're
going to spread it around too much for 10.
Do we know how they're going to use? Like, is he going to play on the outside and they'll keep Vlad in the slot?
Real mystery. Yeah, Keenan Allen can play anywhere, and we
blocks well.
Yeah, I think they could play them both at the same time. Why not?
Yeah, I think you bring Keenan Allen in with the idea of like you have a plan how to play them both.
Yeah, and he knows Shane. I think it's Shane Smith, the QB's coach. They've been with him for a while. Shane Day, I'm sorry. And yeah, they know that offense. Keenan Allen and Justin Herbert, they love each other. A lot of love there.
Yeah.
And so I think they'll play them both at the same time. Yeah, I would say above. What do you think catches for Keenan Allen? Like, I don't think they'll skip a beat, but maybe 75.
Yeah,
is that crazy?
I doubt his total would. I doubt his total would be that high. But yeah, no, that's a fair projection. I mean, it's that they get that the reason, like, you just have to divide by 20, rough estimate. So like, can he do that many a game? Yeah, absolutely.
Last time he was with the Chargers, his line was like, I think like 98, and I took the over and hit it. I think his last season he had over 100 catches.
So, but this is really bad for Sean's Lad McConkey narratives.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll keep. Lad's 100-1. That's why I'm not playing the 10+ touchdowns. And that was the offensive player of the year was something we gave out earlier, so I'm sticking with it. But I'm not.
He gave it before. Keenan Allen just signed today.
I know. I'm not loading up more on Lad McConkey. I already got a little taste of Lad. That's enough. Because the Keenan Allen
taste of Lad, that's all you need.
We love Lad.
One lick of Lad is enough. The Lad at 100-1, part of it is like a volume thing, and the fact that they signed Keenan Allen is troubling to the 100-1. But yeah, it's 100-1. So over 9.5 wins. Omarion, Hampton, you're on the most rushing touchdowns AFC West. Justin Herbert over rush yards. What else you got on that sheet, Decker? You got
while he's looking,
highlights.
I got one more to add. Yeah. We have the first. We can play this one of two ways. So we're playing the exacta market. Chiefs, Chargers to be top 2. Don't have to sweat anything out. Is 2-1. Now you could shop this and try to find a better aggregate price, but Chiefs, Chargers to finish top 2 is 2-1. So I'm a little bit hedging. If you wanted to go exact 1-2, Chiefs Chargers, it's plus 350. Chargers Chiefs is 5-1. So even there, you could probably get a slightly better aggregate price. Playing
I have it the same as last year. Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders.
Okay. Yeah, I got the old Broncos up there. I mean, Chargers at 10-7 might be 3rd in the division.
That's a nice 2-1.
What about all 4 teams making the playoffs?
No.
Is there a possible to do that? Has that ever been done, by the way? I think that
didn't
has
the
been
North
done.
do it? Didn't the AFC North do it very recently?
I think they all went over their win total, but I don't know if they all made the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know if it's ever happened.
I don't think it has.
That'd be an interesting one.
But with the 7-game, obviously with the 7-game format, it can happen. But I think we would have remembered an entire division making the playoff.
No.
We would have remembered
that.
Happened. Yeah, we would have remembered that.
But AFC North has come close, and they're certainly they've had years where they all had winning records.
I don't even know if you can bet on that, but that would be a fun bet.
That's a great prop.
They have offered that in the past, but it falls in the category of things that they have a terrible price. anytime you only have one side of a bet, they offer a terrible price.
They're screwing you.
If they don't offer the no, so yeah, that 2-1 top 2 is a nice. That feels right. Anyway, sorry, Decker, you were about to say.
Is that something you're putting in your list?
No, I'd do it.
Okay, so Chargers.
Yeah,
Chargers top 2 at.
Yeah, and I haven't been able to parlay the division exactas. Otherwise, that would be something I would look to maybe work into some parlays as well.
Anything else on your sheet there, Decker?
I got KLS just off of buzz. Yeah, just off of social media.
Ooh,
off of breaking ankles in the Hall of Fame game. He just has
feeling good about.
He just has
guy.
the it. He's kind of outshining Trey Harris, who was with the number 2 pick. Lambert Smith was in the 5th round, and he just has this quickness from a big guy that you just don't expect. I'd take over yards with him.
Okay,
Keenan Allen. You were mentioning he could have a ceiling type of situation. For him to have the most passing touchdowns in the division,
Keenan Allen?
Yeah.
Well, most receiving touchdowns.
Receiving touchdowns.
Yeah,
that's in the division.
That's a great one. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs still spread it around.
Yeah,
and
Cortland Sutton's probably your biggest competition, or Brock Bowers.
You like yards or touchdowns better?
Yards is going to be tough.
I like just catches with Keenan Allen. Catches.
Okay.
His sometimes he fluctuates. Like sometimes he'll have less than 10 yards per catch. Just with the way they use him, like those reliable, quick short routes.
Keandre Lambert Smith, rookie of the year, 200 to 1. Do we want to put $10 on that or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Also, they don't have Keenan Allen listed for most receptions in the NFL.
It's probably because he just got on the team.
I'd imagine he.
What's Ladd's most receptions price? Because maybe he's probably one of the favorites.
20
to 1. Oh my God! All right, I'm fire on that. Well, no, but Keenan Allen.
Yeah,
you're right. All right.
Plus,
goddamn Keenan Allen.
Plus Malik Neighbors exists.
Oh yeah, but he's got that toe thing.
I think this is a hard team to predict with what Harbaugh's going to do this year.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just kind of smash mouth, and then he's going to throw to these guys. Quentin Johnson, I don't think he's ever going to get over the drops. To be honest with you, he's just that guy. But they're going to use him in a way like when they need him, and with those long intermediate routes, they're going to be spreading the ball around. It's tough this year to pick.
It's going to be they're going to be a fun team. I think, again, I do like Harbaugh. I have nothing against Herbert, but these Chargers fans came at me. And I do have Jalen Hurts higher. Now we will reevaluate when their careers are over, but you got to give it to the guy with the Super Bowl MVP. And Decker, where would the Chargers have? And shout out to Decker. Decker inspired me at our Super Bowl party to climb the light pole outside our office. Insisted I climb it up, and I did. Decker, where would
it was harder than you thought?
Oh, it is. Yeah, it was a great workout. Good cardio. Decker, where would they have the Chargers Super Bowl parade? Where would you guys get together? Is it just like tacos at the beach? There's like a barbecue. What happens if the Chargers win the Super Bowl?
It's gonna be like in front of the library in Manhattan Beach, like right where the two roads go down, and that's what's gonna be. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of carne asada, dude. By the way, did you see the Antonio Gates Hall of Fame speech?
No,
it was so funny when at first he mentioned, "I got to thank Los Angeles for bringing me into their hearts," and there was like, "Boo, boo," and like 3 claps. And then he mentioned San Diego. It was all San Diego.
Oh yeah.
Nobody from LA. But yeah, that's a good question. Where would they have the Super Bowl parade? Let's start thinking about it. I don't know. Manhattan Beach would be.
That would be a nice. You got to take advantage of a beach, right?
Yeah.
That would be the Charger.
They're a West Side team.
It's a boat parade situation. That's what the Bucks did. If you don't have an insane fan base,
or have it at Mother's Beach and Marina. That's where
that would be hilarious.
That's where all the bros are at.
Yeah. That's where all the away fans stay when they come and fill up the stadium. Why not do the parade there?
Decker, do you have a Chargers? Is there a Chargers bar or like a Chargers local hangout where you talk Chargers, or meet up with
No, they're all Rams bar. I couldn't know. I don't know one Chargers bar. No, I'm being serious.
No, I know.
I'm not even kidding. If anyone who doesn't live in LA know this, what is a Chargers bar that's not a Rams bar first?
Yeah.
None. When the Eagles are in town, the Eagles fans already book all of the restaurants in Venice. They have green and white like balloons. It's green and white, all of Venice.
Oh, looking forward to it. It's gonna be great.
I have one more wager.
Okay, one more.
And this one I was doing some late night perusing. So the Eagles had something absurd like 600 carries last year. The Chargers only had 463. I kind of like that number to go up a little bit, and I like it to be more concentrated on Omarion and Hampton. Last year they rushed collectively for 1882, but if you look at the combination of J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, they ran for over 1,250 yards. If you take Omarion and Hampton to rush for 1,100 yards, 4-1.
No, I mean, and that's why I'm on the
and that you don't have to be the leader either with that.
And the Chargers only had
1,100 yards.
They only had 2 100-yard rushing games for a player. Yeah. J.K. Dobbins only had 2.
No, if you just basically say, "Hey, Najee Harris isn't going to do shit. Omarion Hampton is going to have the majority of the workload," you can project Omarion Hampton and you put Mekhi Becton there in the middle. And you have a little bit better passing game with Keenan Allen dropping in there with Ladd second year. You can project that offense to be in a pretty decent spot.
They definitely want to have that kind of volume from the running backs. Now, maybe they end up not concentrating it because Najee Harris does have 2 eyes and he gets a number of carries.
No, that's if Najee Harris, if the over 1.5 eyes for Najee Harris cashes, that's going to be unfortunate for me. It'll be great for Najee Harris, and
we haven't seen his eye, right? Is that correct?
No,
which is
nothing. No social media, nothing.
Which is a red flag. But hopefully both eyes are because losing your eye would suck. So I do wish him a second eye, and hopefully it heals. But ideally in the off season. So that I can still
wish him a second eye.
I wish a second eye to be there.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I was just I was pulling up some old best ball drafts, Sean. Omarion Hampton, when we first started doing best ball mania drafts, Omarion Hampton, where do you think he was going?
Now I do have some Najee Harris shares in best ball.
Those might be bad. You need the 2 eyes.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how I hedge out.
Omarion Hampton was going like deep into the 50s.
Yeah.
And now he's going in the second round.
Yeah.
We did our pros versus Joes on FFPC.
He's going to be up there.
What does that mean? Like the 12th running back? I'm trying to think.
He's going probably somewhere. Yeah.
He's close to like top 15 running backs.
No, I think he's around top 12 probably.
Decker. It was a great hang. Where can people find all your Chargers musings? Over on X?
Oh yeah,
in our office
Justin Decker.
At Justin Decker.
At the office on Sundays. I bring the snuff.
Yes,
we got snuff.
Chinese snuff.
Yeah, let's clarify. We're not talking about like film.
No,
it's a little tobacco you snort.
Yeah, and awesome. Since smelling salts are illegal now.
Yeah, Ryan, we may
Buzzkill League, the No Fun League.
We may have to edit or blur out our
Goodell
smelling salts. No Fun League, because we are doing smelling salts in the intro video, so maybe we have to blur that out.
Is that, you think it's controversial?
They said it could be used to hide concussions or some other bullshit.
Really?
Oh,
hopefully they bring.
What do you mean?
Bring back smelling salts.
I don't even understand what that means.
Tomorrow for our NFL preseason week 1 show, which tune in 8:30 Pacific. Maybe we have to do smelling salts in solidarity with the NFL.
Just to show them who's boss.
Yeah, we got some that are probably expiring soon that we need to use. So maybe if we get enough people tweeting at us that they want us to do smelling salts, we might be tucked into it. Good times. What's in there? Is that the smelling salt?
There's ammonia. Isn't it ammonia? Does that expire?
Yeah. No, you're right. It's probably fine. I gotta dig around.
Well, let's think of it this way. It's just like moonshine. Does it expire? I mean, it probably changes, and it's probably gonna just fire up and burn some brain cells off. So I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah, come on.
How do they get rid of that? dudes love that stuff.
Yeah, no, people are going to be pissed. Good times as always. The phrase that pays, keep up with that. Appreciate it. Toss us 5 stars over on Spotify. Any questions, comments you have, we answer them all on the Spotify feed. Big thanks to our buddy Justin Decker. Justin, we have to get it's an annual tradition.
Yeah.
Can we get a new fight song to get people jacked up for the Chargers?
Yeah, let me warm up my voice.
Okay.
Last year I had to do a poem.
Yeah,
I was
that was
screaming
right.
too much.
I forgot
I think
about
it's some
the poem.
sporting event that I went to.
Yeah.
So we're coming your way. We're gonna dazzle you with our play. San Diego Superchargers charge.
Doesn't get
Go
any better than that.
Chargers.
That
Let's
was
Keenan Allen.
that was a confident
Oh,
Justin Decker.
I may have to move them up another.
My voice
one.
is feeling good.
12
I
wins,
work
baby.
from home.
Let's go.
Work from home. Last
Watch
2 years, I
Padres
sing a
games.
lot. I'm become a better singer, guys.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you for participating in the Sports
Just 5
Gambling
minutes with
Podcast.
Decker. That's the show. That's the segment.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
Sean, Justin Herbert gonna have a season.
Kramer.
Herbie.
Let it ride.
I want better fucking execution.
I'm wet.